The Eagles grabbed the chocolates in a seesaw encounter at Woodville Oval after overcoming a 17-point half-time deficit to win by 14 points. Shane Grimm's Chargers have had some unsettled weeks of late as the poor form of the two senior teams have required younger players called up to fill the holes. They burst out of the blocks early against the Roosters, with Moonta youngster Malcolm Carpeney racking up plenty of possessions, along with Tim Sumner and Jared Harding, who booted 2 quick goals. North Adelaide's second term was one of their best for the season as they ran the ball in waves to create scoring opportunities. 6-4 for the term could easily have been 8 or 9 goals as Michael McMahon and Sam D. Leonardis found plenty of possession. Stefan Jarman, yes, the son of the dual Magarey medalist, also had some solid moments to give Heath Uni's Chargers a buffer heading into the long break. The third term, however, belonged to the Eagles. 7-5 to 1-2 told the tale of the dominance as Matthew Appleton worked his way into the contest en route to a game-high 27 disposals and 7 clearances. Carl Muller also started to climb all over his opponents in ruck. The 197-centimetre Smosh Westlake's big man palmed it down 25 times, only 3 less than North Adelaide's entire hit-out tally, to go with 11 disposals and 3 clearances as his teammates ran the Roosters ragged. North had their chances in the last term, but only 2 of their 6 scoring shots split the big sticks. Callum Wilkie narrowed the margin to 13 points, but a quick reply from Appleton eked the margin out beyond 3 goals for the Eagles. Despite a late rally, the visitors were unable to nail the big ones when it counted. A real tale of 2 halves at Richmond Oval. Sturt led by 3 points at half-time, but a devastating third quarter from West Adelaide was the catalyst to them easing away to a 37-point win. Tim Buccanello was in everything early for the Double Blues, and Henry DePoy found space to notch 2 early majors as Michael Borden's troops slammed on 5 goals in the first term. The Chunga product Harley Montgomery worked cleverly through traffic, benefiting from playing senior football in the Hills when he was just 14. The Bloods seemed to be taking their time to hit their straps, with last week's Star Search winner Tim Schott just having the 4 disposals for the first half and a number of their attacking options being kept under tight wraps. Hassan Ahmad Watkins was able to break the shackles, however, and move west into attacking zones a number of times, while Ryan Dykesman gave the crowd a note for the mental highlight reel with a running attempt that unfortunately sprayed for a behind. Whatever coach Jared Mears said at half-time had a big impact as West banged on 7 goals to 1 to break out to a 32-point lead. Nick Homsch, the brother of GWS's Jack, was very busy and had plenty of support from his teammates all over the turf as they ran in waves. Sturt worked hard to stem the flow with Montgomery and co-skipper Jack Penfold trying to bring the Double Blues back into the contest through their example. Their twin towers in ruck, co-captain Jake Atkinson and Luke Andrew Kai-Sixvey, racked up 38 hit-outs between them for the game as they worked to bring the ball to their on-ballers. Sturt actually won the clearances but struggled somewhat in attack, with nobody kicking more than 2 goals. The Magpies had waited for their first bank of points all season, but once they got a sniff, they never let it out of their sight in a 25-point win over Central District at Elizabeth Oval. The Bulldogs' defensive pressure was very good early, but the Magpies were able to match that with their work at the opposition bodies to create the turnover. Jake Johansson, the youngest player on the field at only 15, set a top example for Port with an outstanding all-round game. 25 disposals, 22 of them by foot, 7 tackles and 10 clearances were testament to his tireless work around the ground, and the umpires also rewarded him with 4 free kicks. Golden Grove junior Brock Castry was excellent for Central, piling up 33 disposals, 5 tackles and 7 clearances, and they were also given excellent service in the ruck. Anthony Simpson and Paul Akek worked in tandem in more ways than one. Both notched up 12 disposals, 22 hit-outs and 3 tackles, but the former also snared a goal to take the points in that private duel. Port's effort after half-time lifted despite the best efforts of Bulldog Steve Rusker, who piled up 9 touches for the term. While the Magpies kicked 3 goals to 1 for the third term, they gained the ascendancy in the key categories, particularly contested marks. Alex Barnes rewarded the efforts of the midfield with a big grab and goal, and Jordan Clements proved that you don't have to get loads of possessions to have an impact. The Kimber youngster only registered 5 disposals, but his 6 tackles were the highest for Port as they ran out 25-point winners.